Hey ladies, this is episode 7 of Ultraviolet. This week's episode, I'm going to tell you guys a little backstory about my life right now, and I want you guys to really take this message and use it to not just do something, especially I'm speaking to American girls, both black and white. Take this message and do something with it. Do not just sit back and let it happen. No, this is our country, and we're going to take our country back, okay? Let's go ahead and get right into it. I am Corey Jasmine Terry. I am a new mom, and I am a victim of domestic violence. I have decided to seek shelter at domestic violence shelters to just be restored and to find myself on a new path with having my own place to live after I have tried to rely on family and it didn't quite work out. It has actually been more of a downfall for me. So here I am in shelter, and I'm hoping to find housing. I'm interested in states, various different states, not just Texas or Illinois. I actually have no plans to return back to Illinois. However, my experience with shelter has constantly been a challenge because these same enemies who are associated with the predators stalking me, well, they themselves are the predators, and the individuals, the abusers, they are the very people organizing and orchestrating situations, the challenges that I experience when I visit a shelter. I'm a mom, so obviously I'm very mindful and attentive to my son. However, before I even became pregnant and I went to a domestic violence shelter, I experienced hate, and I experienced people just wanting to challenge me in different ways. And it made me very uncomfortable to the point that I left the shelter and I just ended up back with my family after being homeless. I don't want that again, especially not in another state. I know that Illinois has been under a certain sort of oppression that, stands far beyond me recognizing what I am experiencing in my life, the harassment, the domestic abuse. So now that I am in a new state that has been unaffected by the same challenges, I would hope that, services and government agencies will gain control of the situation so that I don't find myself in a situation where I'm at a domestic violence shelter and it's filled with women who not only came here to be these challenges that I experienced, but also people who are receiving word to be this sort of challenge. I am refraining myself from bickering because I'm a woman. I'm a girl. I'm feminine. If I find myself in a shelter when I could go outside and find a man to take care of me, when I find myself in a shelter, that means that I'm literally trying to be recovered and restored. I feel like a shelter, especially a domestic violence shelter, should be a time where I can be in an environment with women who are feminine, not dirty, not nasty, not disgusting, not disturbing, not, trying to be a challenge, but women who also experience domestic violence and are seeking more of a soft life. My experience with shelter has been totally different, and I'm very upset about that. Especially now as a mother, even the shelter staff find themselves doing the same thing. So now as a mother, it's even more annoying. To know that there are celebrity influences like Nicki Minaj or this transgender Ariana Fletcher or Lori Harvey or any of the women who are associated with them, to know that they are the influence behind these people who claim to have been domestic violence victims but can find themselves wanting to be a challenge on a woman who is also experiencing the same thing, and a mother at that. I don't have a place to live. I don't have an income. I literally am trying to bring an end to domestic violence where people are targeting my identity and wanting to be me in the flesh. I don't have time for women who want to play around and participate with some foreign bums who are just lucky that they've had a place in this society, who's lucky they had any sort of success in the United States. That's what our country promised, But these very bums are trying to take that away from American women like me, and I'm very fucking upset. I'm tired of these foreign enemies who are in this country targeting women like me for my background. You could never be me. The story behind my life and why I have any sort of fame, why I was ever rising, why I have any success, it could never be yours. And I'm tired of it. When I get into the government, I promise you, you'll be lucky if you see a single person with your background, with your appearance. And that's not me being racist at all, prejudiced at all, but it's because of your behavior and what you have done to this country. You have tried to kill Americans. You have tried to use my life that you have brought harm upon as a disguise. And that is not okay. And I'm very fucking tired. And no one's just going to sit back. I am not the only woman in America. There's plenty of women in America. There's plenty of women in America that love this country. And no one's going to sit back and watch this bullshit. It's not just going to keep happening. You think you can look at my life and test my life and see how I respond to bullshit that you send in my life? You think I'm going to respond to that bullshit? No. I'm going to ignore that bullshit. I'm going to give that bullshit a pass, and I'm going to find your ass. That's what's going to happen. That's how it always happens. You should have thought twice before you fucked with a bitch like me. Period.